don't know why I'm making this video. I don't really have any coherent thoughts. I feel like my life's been really confusing lately, again. Like every time I feel I'm starting to understand things, everything gets crazy again. I've lost too many people this year. I lost my best friend like 5-6 years. Because one day she just snapped at me in a way she never snapped. And I don't know why, but I just couldn't forgive her. I just couldn't forgive her. And all the time I wonder, was I stupid? Was I wrong to throw away all those years of friendship over one thing? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And that's the thing, is that I don't have anyone to tell me if it's right or not. I don't know. I feel like an idiot who's just trying really hard to do what I think is right. I'm trying to be a good survivor. I'm trying to heal whatever that looks like. And I feel like an idiot all the time because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm overreacting to things or if I'm doing the right thing. Because I don't know. I know when things feel bad. But then, doesn't everyone make mistakes? I don't know. I don't know. And a couple months ago, I got really, really depressed. And high. And I don't really remember what happened. But I know that I was trying to talk to this childhood friend that I had for a long time. Since I was like 13. And we always had a weird relationship, I think, because I always put him on a pedestal, but also as like this person who could never hurt me. And I think I realized that while he may not hurt me directly, he's never hit me or said really horrible things to me but he's hurt me in different ways, and I've hurt him too. He's hurt me through ignoring me. That has hurt me a lot. He's hurt me through rejecting whenever I try and do stuff together. If I'd invite him to play games or watch a film or meet up or something, and he would always reject me. And I get it, it's hard for him, but it doesn't make him evil. It's not a relationship that I can have, because it really hurts me so much. And just now, yesterday, I was calling him at night after I stopped talking to him for 3 months. Could I just keep going back and repeating these cycles? It's like I don't know how to stop forever. It doesn't seem possible. It's like I'm 26. It's been 13 years of this. Of coming and going and coming and going from him. Trying to distance myself and always coming back, because in my head, this guy is a good guy. Deep down inside, he cares about me, and we have this connection that no one can understand. And it's just not true. It's just not reality. It's a fantasy I made in my head. We don't have that kind of connection. We barely even have a friendship. We barely know anything about each other. It's insanity. It's insanity, really it is. To keep doing this. To keep going back to this person. But it's like I feel so unfulfilled. I feel unfulfilled because I was never able to meet them. Because I was held back that day, and we were so close, so physically close to meeting, and this person held me back from being able to do it. I was too scared to turn around, and I pulled things off my clothing and I left them on the ground so that he could follow me. It's like how... It's like I feel that in some way I'll be fulfilled or be able to move on if we could just talk for once. Just talk for once. For once. Talk. And I know, even as I say these words, that the answer is there will never be that chance. There will never be that talk. Never. If it hasn't happened in 13 years, it's not going to happen tomorrow. Or the next month, or the next year, or the next 10 years. I can't waste my life like this. Thinking about this person and giving time to them in my head. They really have been safe when I was younger, because they were the one person who didn't beat me or call me terrible things or scare me or control me. Yeah, they were safe and kind and good when I was young, but safe is not a friendship. Safe is a right. We all have a right to feel safe. We all have a right to feel safe in relationships and friendships. It's not something that you should hinge an entire friendship on. I think letting go of him forever is so scary, because it's like giving up and closing that door and saying, yeah, from my childhood, nothing from it was worth anything. It all just ended up getting binned, put out with the trash. None of it was worth saving. It's what it feels like I'm saying when I give up on these relationships. With my family too. How hard it is to cut them off. Though I know how evil they were in ways I couldn't even understand, because I didn't remember. And I only learned from reading police reports because none of them could tell me. I had to find out through an email from the government, through poring through thousands of pages of police reports and school reports and communications, and that's how I found out what happened to me. I mean, I already knew, I just didn't know it was that bad. I didn't know it was sexual abuse. I thought that was just something that came later. Like, yeah, I knew I was abused, and that's where my PTSD comes from, mostly, not from being sexually abused and raped when I was a teen. It was mostly from the abuse of my parents and family. I didn't know until like a couple of weeks ago the depths of it, because I didn't remember. I was only 2. I was only 2. It's like I think in the same vein of what I was saying about my friend, how giving up on the relationship with him feels like admitting there was nothing good in my childhood. It's a similar feeling with my family. Like, I knew that it hurt, everything that happened when I was a kid. I knew, being told to go away. I don't like you, you're a liar, you're ugly, you're fat and disgusting, you're cruel, and all these things. I knew those words hurt. I knew it was scary when my dad would scream and smash the doors and cupboards and throw things and scream so loud he would spit. I knew it felt humiliating when they would put cameras in the house and take the doors off the hinges and weigh us publicly and mock our weight. I knew it hurt when I get punched and strangled and thrown and kicked and hit and threatened. I knew the physical pain. Yeah, I knew that it wasn't good. I knew, but I didn't want to believe it. I wanted to believe that I could have a happy family one day. I remember so many times praying with all my heart that I would wake up beautiful, because I thought if I was beautiful, then all of the problems would disappear. My mummy would love me, and my dad would be nice, and I could bring money to my family, and nobody would have any reason to hate me anymore. I spent so much time believing that the reason my family was so terrible was me, something I was doing wrong, that I wasn't behaving right. I was doing things like betraying my family by telling the school when my dad threw me over or stuff and hurt me. right, or not praying hard enough, not being better. And I thought, when I get older, I'll run away and I'll never look back. I'll never look back from this place. But there's still always a part of me that just hoped that one day something would happen to make it all right, and I could have a family. I don't know, my parents went to therapy, or I turned out to be adopted, or I don't know, something that would fix everything and make it all worth it. Everything, make it all the pain worth it. And the hoping and trying. And now that I know this thing, these terrible things, and I know that there is no way, to have a happy family. It was all for nothing. It's broken. It was broken from the moment I was born. I should have gone into foster care when I was a teen. I would have been happier. Wouldn't have ended up like this. It's that feeling of knowing that you've wasted and lost so much, and it annoys me that I can't put it into words, or that whenever I say things like this to my husband, he goes, "Your life wasn't a waste, and you're a great person," and I know I am. I know I'm a great person. I have great qualities, but what I mean is all of the time that I spent cultivating relationships, they've all just disappeared because they weren't good ones. They weren't healthy. I feel like an idiot for it. I really do. I feel like a baby. Like I'm starting from scratch again. The people I have in my life are my husband, my friend, and my cat. I don't have anyone else. I don't have online friends. I don't have good co-worker relationships. I don't have friends from hobbies. I don't have childhood friends. I don't have hometown friends. Pen pals. Extended family. I don't have it. I can't do it. It's like the moment I read those things, it was as if something died in me. I haven't spoken to my sister in 4 years. I don't know where she is. I don't know anything about her. The only thing I know is she got married. And I don't want anything to do with her ever again. For as long as I live, I don't even want to go to a funeral. Every memory I have with her is marred with either her exploiting me in some way, be it for using me to do something she's too scared to do, to as bad as sexual exploitation, to bullying me for boredom, making my life a fucking hell. There's no way I will ever have anything to do with her ever again. But then comes my family, my dad and my mom and my brother. When I read that about what my sister did to me, I didn't feel much like anger and hatred towards my sister. I felt it more to my parents. It was supposed to protect me. Not only did they make my life a nightmare and make me permanently disabled from all these fucking mental illnesses and trauma, but they let my sister do those things to me and didn't do anything to stop it. Probably because they perpetuated it, and that's the reality that I have to face. That I'll never know. I'll never know what happened to my sister. I can only guess. I'm a teacher, and, you know, it's not lost on me that, you know, children don't start acting that way out of nothing, especially at 5 years old. So yeah, something happened to her. And my best guess is my parents. But I don't know. I'll never know. And that's the problem, is that I'll never know. I can't trust them because they've lied to me about everything. They have lied to me about so many things that I cannot trust them. And how can I trust them? How can I trust them? How? I want to have kids one day, and how could I ever let them be near those people? Yeah, just a few days ago I was thinking I need to write in my will that if I die, or if my husband dies, that our kids go to my husband's mum and my husband's family, because there is no fucking way in hell that I would let my kids go with my mum and dad or my family, anyone on that side of the family. Psychos. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And my brother, I don't know. My brother has done some terrible things to me, of course. You know, called me every name under the sun, beat me up, blah blah blah. Yeah, the main issue with him is that he's a druggie and he steals, which in the grand scheme of things sounds terrible, but really it's not that terrible in my family. But again, it's like, do I want this person in my life that just uses me? He uses me for money, he uses me for my house, for drugs. Do I want this person in my life particularly? No, not really. And another major issue with my brother is that he, everything you tell him just goes in one ear and straight to my parents, so there is zero confidentiality with him. I feel the only way I could ever have a relationship with him is after my parents are dead. Because he is just, I don't know, I just, again, it's like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? What's the point? What is the point? Why bother? Why try? Why try so hard for this thing that has never been any good? Like, what's the fucking point? And I suppose the only one good thing out of this that I try to remember in my worst moments is my husband and how his family is my family now. And yeah, no, you know, his family's not perfect by any means. I mean, his mum was scared of me when she first met me because I was non-binary and not a Christian or Catholic or whatever. But she and we've formed a kind of a relationship, and it makes me really happy. And his sister too. It's like it feels really good. It feels really good. We have a group chat and like, yeah, we share things about our lives in there, and it feels really good when I share stuff, and his mum and sister like interested, and you know, I passed his thing to become a invigilator recently, and I hope him like saying congratulations, and it felt really good. It felt good. And I love seeing things about their lives as well. It makes me feel like I got what I wanted as a kid. To have a different family. And I know I can't go to them for, you know, too deep things, and there'll always be that barrier between what I can share, because it's too much to what's inside me. But it feels really nice. And I think one of the most driving forces in me is how much I want my children, when I have them, to be able to experience the love that my husband's mum and sister have for him and he has for them. And I feel every time I hear stories from my husband, or I talk for a little bit with them, and I learn a little bit more about what family is, and I feel like I could be a good parent. And I could give my kids a life that isn't what mine has been. Yeah. This video is longer than I thought it would be. But yeah, That's kind of where I'm at. I'll never give up. I know that my life will probably always be like this. That I'll probably always suffer with depression and PTSD and whatever other bullshit my psychiatrist says. But I want to keep living because I know that there is some happy things out there. I have some happy memories. One of my happiest memories is in the spring this year. Me and my husband, we went to this park and we brought a blanket and we dressed up nice, and we brought my camera and my tarot cards and a book and a little picnic and a blanket, and we put the blanket under the trees and we just sat there for hours playing and taking photos with the flowers and doing tarot, and it felt so nice. It felt like something I always dreamed of, but I would never be able to experience. But I did. And I can't wait till the next spring because I want to go again. Maybe we can go to a different place, but maybe like that park, it was really pretty. So yeah, I don't think anyone will have listened to like half an hour of someone crying and sobbing, but if you are listening to this, I hope you try to find things that fill you with happy memories like that. I think nature's good for it. Even when I was very lonely and didn't have anyone, I didn't date anyone for years and I didn't have any friends. I was totally alone, just me and my cat, and I used to do a lot of hiking at that time. I would just walk. Every weekend I would be excited for the weekend because I would go hiking and find a new place. And it was awesome. I loved it. It made me feel alive. It made me feel hopeful. And a lot of the videos on this channel are of hikes that I went on during that time. So I went to a lot of pretty places. And there's some really nice memories too. I often think about those places. So yeah, I think nature's good for restoring your faith in the world sometimes. And sometimes you just need to cry. And accept that, life is hard. And sometimes, these are the cards you're dealt. And you have to make with it what you can. So, yeah. I'll keep trying.